Now, there's only two breathing techniques you need for mindfulness. Are you ready? Here's the first. Practice it with me. Are you ready? Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Here's the other technique. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. I don't care which technique you use. In out or out in technique, it doesn't matter. But breathe with me now. What I want you to do is I want you to focus your attention on your breathing. I'm not falling asleep, just eyes open, awake. And hold your attention on your breathing. Now, you don't need to think about breathing, because breathing happens all on its own. Just experience yourself breathing. Maybe notice the air moving in and out of your nose. Or notice your stomach moving as you breathe. Just notice the breath. Now, you may notice thoughts coming in. Problems, worries, things that you need to think about. And watch your mind distracted. See how it wants to go off. And it may do. Your mind will wander. That's normal. We're not resisting that. We're not saying it shouldn't be anything else. But what I want you to do is, as you notice your mind wandering, you may have been gone some time. As soon as you notice your mind has wandered, I want you to bring your mind back onto the experience of breathing. Now, this doesn't seem like you're doing very much, but this is a great workout for your mind. This is easier than the gym, but a great workout from your mind, because as you're practicing this, you are reprogramming your brain. Every time you step out of a problematic thought, some of these almost addictive, round and round and round, every time you step out of a problematic thought, and you bring your attention back to your breath, you're opening new neurological channels in your brain, and you're extinguishing some of those unhelpful circuits. Just breathing. So your thoughts come in, they carry you away, and anchor your attention back to the breath. And you might have to do this 10,000 times a day. Every time you bring your attention back to your breath, every time you center your mind on your breath, that little space, that little gap gets a bit bigger and a bit bigger and a bit bigger. To start with, it takes a bit of practice, and there's a certain momentum to that thinking, and if it's always worrying or it's always beating you up or it's always turning you off, it's not going to stop straight away. But every time you bring your attention back, you hold your attention on your breath, you're extinguishing that thought pattern. Look what you're doing. You're taking control of your mind. You're learning to master your mind. Is this thought helpful to me? Is this thought useful to me? And every time you choose to bring your attention, center your mind on your breath, that space of awareness is getting bigger. And the bigger that space of mindfulness gets, the more of your mental dysfunction you see, the more you're able to step out of it, and the bigger that space gets. So once we start practicing, it's not always plain sailing. I'm not pretending it is. There's ups and downs. It's not always easy. But once we start practicing, there really is no going back. And if you rigorously practice this over the next 6 weeks of this course, what science has shown is that you have made permanent structural changes to your brain.